But Dr. Cortex, we have not determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex!
Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
Failure again. Capture him!
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female bandit.
Hey guys, what is up? This is AntDude, and welcome to a new Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot, the PlayStation 1 classic. I'm very excited about this. I personally believe we're going to be getting a brand new Crash Bandicoot game soon, so why not, I guess, celebrate in my own ideas of what may or may not happen and play through the original game. That sounds fun, right? So if you skipped the story, make it really brief, there's a bad guy, Dr. Neo Cortex, has our girlfriend, he experiments on animals, we're the good guy, Crash Bandicoot, we gotta go save our girlfriend. Bing bang boom, let's platform to our girlfriend in the only way 90s furry anthropomorphic characters know how to do. That sound good with you guys? I hope so. Now this game, you know, I really want to... Did I break the box? I guess so. Can't see it, so I guess I broke it. As much as I want to say I adore this game, that's not the case. I am very nostalgic about this game, but as many people are well aware, this game is stupid difficult. And it's not necessarily because of the platforming or level design, it's because to beat the game 100%, you gotta break every single box and every single level without dying. So you need to basically perfect the entire game. I'm gonna try something cool here. Oh crap, that one box didn't break. But there's something I could potentially try here if this opens, and then we run. Boom. And my timing was a little bit off. I got hit by the turtle, but we got all those boxes just by running on top of them, which is a whole lot better than having to bounce on them. Oh boy, this is already going bad. I just got to get that one box that refused to break for whatever reason. Thank you. There you go. Backtracking in this game is really fun, considering you can't see where you're walking into. Another reason why this game is stupid difficult. But interestingly enough, I guess we're already at an impasse, because I'm going to try going for 100%, but in level 2 and 3, things get a little bit more interesting also. I love that. I love that very much. I also have a separate memory card just for Crash. That was the test file to get myself back into playing this game. So I have a memory card in here now just for Crash Bandicoot and nothing else. So he should feel special for that. Now, in level 2 and 3, colored gems get introduced, which you get later on in the game by doing special things, and they will open up pathways in previous levels. So while I can try and go for every box now, it's pointless, because I'll have to do it all over again later on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for as many boxes as I can, and I believe I'll be able to get all of them. And then when the time comes, I'll just show you guys the extra pathways and nothing more. Save you guys the time, and it makes sense to me also, because otherwise I would just play through the level carelessly and just not get any boxes and then do it full later on. That sounds worse, so we're not going to do that. But okay, but there's a couple things going on. We're collecting Aku Aku masks. Also, there's the green gem. There's a pathway up top, and we can't get to it yet. So there you go. The Aku Aku masks are our checkpoint, or our life points, rather. So, Crash Bandicoot himself can only take one hit, and then he's dead. If you get the Aku Aku mask once, that's a hit point. You get another box, Aku Aku goes shiny like he is right now. Another one, and you'll get invincible for a little bit, which is what I used before. Another thing we're collecting are Tawna symbols, I guess. Just these weird symbols of her face. She's not the only face that we collect. Like, there's a Crash face, but that's a 1-up. I think it's here. Yep. Getting all 3 of them in a level will bring you to a bonus stage. Now, these are very important for a couple reasons. One of which, there are more boxes, so that's always nice. But, also, these are the only way you can save the game mid-level. There's Tana also, despite the fact she's kidnapped. Go figure that one out yourself. But later on, when it gets really difficult to break every box in the level, you're gonna want to save those bonus rooms, because if you don't, then you're gonna have to memorize passwords, and who really wants to do that? I mean, you caught a glimpse of it, I'll show it in the next one, but it's 3 lines of, I think, 8 PlayStation button inputs. Who wants to write that down? I mean, maybe in the 90s, because that was all you had, was those passwords, but it's lame. Alright, we missed 3 boxes. We'll come back there later. Now, what I want to talk about also is, because I feel like I need to, just my little bit of nostalgia just for this game. And it's weird because I'm sure as many of you guys do, and I mean, I would actually like to hear other people's, like, memories on video games, but, there are certain things I remember very vividly from when I was a kid, a lot of which is pertaining to video games, as you would probably expect. But I remember very vividly getting my PlayStation 1 and Crash Bandicoot. I don't remember setting it up, I don't remember playing the game, I just remember getting it. Contrast to the N64, where I remember getting it, hooking it up, and playing it. I guess that shows you the impact it had on me as a kid. But it was really cool, because I only played Sonic on the Genesis, but having a new console from a new company come out, I remember thinking that's really cool, and I died, so here's what we gotta do. We gotta leave the level and dive back in, so I'll be right back! We're back in, and that's one of the annoying things about this game, because again, you can't die, so even if you start from the beginning or whatever, you have to restart again. I hate these guys also. Okay, this is gonna be a challenge, okay, and then boom! Whoa! Stop being a jerk. This guy is just a jerk. I can't do anything else. There we go. That was tough. But yes, this game and nostalgia. I just remember getting him, it felt really cool to have another character that wasn't Sonic or whatever, and I needed a different machine to play it on. I don't know. I guess that's just the way I thought as a kid. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Whew. See, like, the 2D levels are a lot more difficult to me than the 3D ones. This is based on just how I ended up, I guess, playing this game fairly poorly as a kid. But luckily, another bonus game to ease the pain, and we get to save, which is really nice. Whoa! Ooh! I guess another reason why the game doesn't really stand the test of time is that the game really doesn't do much interesting in terms of aesthetics. It follows Donkey Kong Country a lot, in that it has the idea of nature being overtaken by machine, which is exactly what the first Donkey Kong Country game was all about. Which is, growing up, I always compared this game to Donkey Kong Country, found it very bizarre that the developers of the game at Naughty Dog considered this Sonic's ass game, because they took the furry character idea that was side-scrolling and then put the camera behind him. That's how they built the game. 8 boxes just over that yellow path? Man, okay, if you say so. So people, I guess you can compare almost any knockoff to Sonic, a ripoff to Sonic. You can just call him a Sonic ripoff or whatever. But that wasn't how my mind worked, apparently. So we're gonna tackle 2 more levels in this episode. I feel like that's a good way to end things, I guess. What's nice about this one, couple things. We have the brand new concept now of being chased by stuff, which is funny because considering that when we have to backtrack in a level, the camera is like 2 feet away from Crash's face. I'm surprised they kept the camera so close, and then they actually pulled it back here far enough to a reasonable distance. But that's fine, Naughty Dog, that's okay. But it's also another level that we can actually get all the boxes for. So that's great. We'll get another clear gem out of the mix. I believe we have to get 26 gems, and something that I'll give this game credit for is it actually does something cool with the collectible. You're not just collecting them just for the sake of collecting them. There is actually a purpose in the game, and it's something that is unprecedented in platformers, so that's really cool. I'm glad my nonsensical talking did not take away from the fact that I just perfected that level. That's awesome. That is something that will not happen very often in this Let's Play. I said before, and I will keep saying it, but it feels really good when I get to perfect a level in this game on my first go. I'm feeling good. How are you guys feeling? Is next the boss? It's not. Okay, the one following is the boss. We're gonna beat that giant tribeman. We're gonna beat Papu dead. So that's where we're gonna end things off in the first episode, is already by taking out the first boss. Alright, so now we have a creek level. And god, these levels are a pain too. Another Tana thing? Man, these are everywhere. These levels, okay, you know what? I may take it back. I feel like these levels I had a harder time with as a kid than the 2D ones. Something about the water, and you never know when something's gonna pop up. And you gotta deal with moving platforms. God, this whole game is tough. And I think it's more so my memories that are scaring me than the actual level design. And also me being careless and almost missing the platform. That's very scary. Definitely don't like that. Tana, please save me. Alright, we gotta be patient, which I'm not a fan of. Okay. Whew. Alright, so I'm curious to know if anyone out there, because there are two camps when it comes to Crash Bandicoot, I feel. You either played it as a kid, and you accepted the fact that it was just stupid difficult and played it just because you were a kid. Or maybe you were new to it, and hey, a yellow path that we can't get to. Or maybe you were a new fan when you played it only recently, and you were able to look past the difficulty. I wonder if those people exist. Like, that's the thing, is I feel like nowadays, I just have such little patience for stuff that's overly difficult that I can't imagine playing this game for the first time. It wouldn't fly. So it'd be interesting to see your guys' input on that. Gotta break these boxes meticulously. Get a bunch of 1-ups. And see, that's the funny thing, is we're at 24 1-ups, or 24 lives. If you play the game non-stop, which realistically is not hard, it takes like maybe 2 or 3 hours, you rack up lives really quick. So even though I'm not gonna play this game in one go, because it's going to take such a toll on me that I am not willing to take that risk, that you can get 99 lives in no time. So, you know, that's a benefit, I guess. I guess they did that to offset the difficulty, potentially. Just luckily, the later games took out the whole idea of you need to beat the game and beat the levels perfect. So, they got better. Good old Naughty Dog. Alright, so you ready to take out a tribeman who's just sort of there? Like, we landed on his island that had a skull for a waterfall, if you caught that. And like, the tribesmen are just defending their home that we're invading. And like, why does every platformer seem to be this thing where when you think about it, we're the bad guys? It never fails. Okay, whoop. And luckily, this guy is just also stupid easy to offset the difficulty. I just wait for him a little bit. Just let him do his thing. Alright, and you're done. I wanted to give him a solid shake, because then I would be really mean, just taking advantage of the poor guy like that. But okay. This was, I don't even know what I was talking about for this past 15 minutes or whatever. It was just total nonsense. But that's going to wrap up the first episode of Crash Bandicoot. Next time, we're going to go to Rolling Stones. Clever name. And we're going to just keep going. And it's going to get less fun for me as we go on and more fun for you. So it's going to be a wild ride, and I hope you stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And as always, I will catch you dudes next time. Bye-bye.